Welcome back. Civil servants in Edo State may have caused a smile following a confirmation from the state governor that the new minimum wage of 30,000 naira will reflect in their January 2020 salaries. Governor Gordon Obaseki gave the assurance after signing into law the new minimum wage structure for civil servants following a meeting with organized labor in Benin City. He acknowledged that transparency on both sides ensured the agreement on the new minimum wage was easily reached with the Joint Negotiating Council.
We must be able to feel your pain and also make you understand the challenges we face as a government. We have tried to operate with you on the basis of total transparency and openness. And we believe that if we exhibit these values of transparency and openness, it makes negotiations easy. So the success we have attained today in signing an agreement for the implementation of minimum wage is based on those values or principles of transparency and openness. The position of our government is that the employees of government, employees in the state, are human beings, and they must be treated as such. They are like other citizens.
Now, it's a different ballgame here in Lagos, where the state government will not be taking definitive action against legal operators of commercial motorcycles and tricycles on restricted routes across the state. That's according to the Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, who told journalists that the government's delayed action was informed by the need to achieve a generally acceptable solution to the menace. The decision was reached during a security meeting by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu with the Security Council, where the Lagos state government is seeking a win-win solution to the challenge. Mr. Motosho says the ongoing enforcement of the extant traffic laws and the Okada restriction, that's the motorcycle restriction, will go on pending the final decisions of the Security Council. And from there, let's take a look at some sports news for the day. Here's Charles Eruka.
Oh, thanks, Ijoma, and welcome to Sports News. Nigeria's curlers Tijani and Susanna Cole have again set another record as the first Africans to compete at the ongoing Winter World Masters Games in Innsbruck, Austria. Tijani and Susanna will compete in the curling mixed doubles event as they seek more accumulating points ahead of the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in China. The pair will compete in Group A, which also parades the United States, Russia, Germany, Austria and Switzerland. Tijani and Susanna in 2019 set a record when they became the first Africans to compete at a World Curling Championship. At that event, they also made history when they defeated France 8-3 to become the first Africans ever to win a game on ice. Meanwhile, 5 Nigerian wrestlers will compete at the Matteo Pelliconi Ranking Series tournament, which will hold in Rome, Italy from January the 15th to the 18th. The 5 wrestlers include reigning world bronze medalist Odunayo Adekuroye and Commonwealth champion Blessing Oborodudu. The others are multiple African and Commonwealth champion Aminat Adeniyi, Blessing Onyebuchi and Mercy Genesis, who will be contesting for crucial ranking points that will boost their seeding ahead of the 2020 Olympics later this year. The tournament is also expected to put the wrestlers in good shape prior to the 2020 African Championships in Algeria early next month. Former world #1 Adekuroye is the only Nigerian wrestler to have secured a berth at the Tokyo Games. Now to football. Former Enyimba international of Aba coach Usman Abdallah has been appointed as the new head coach of Wikki Tourists of Bauchi following a shake-up in the coaching crew by the management. Abdallah was appointed few days after he was sacked by Enyimba and will now replace Garba Ibrahim, who has been redeployed to the Bauchi State Sports Council following the dismal run of results. Abdallah will be assisted by Haruna Abubakar and Dantani Yahaya, who will now serve as the new goalkeeper trainer of the team. Abdallah's first game in charge at Wikki will be an away fixture against Adamawa United in Gombe. And elsewhere, the Paris trial of former IAAF President Lamine Diack has been adjourned to June this year. Mr. Diack is charged with giving and receiving bribes, breach of trust, and organized money laundering. The presiding magistrate in the trial of the 86-year-old Senegalese said more time was needed to examine newly released testimony from his son and co-accused Papa Massata Diack. The former IAAF chief is facing a potential 10-year prison sentence for accepting millions of dollars to cover up tests showing Russian doping. And in tennis ahead of the Australian Open, Swiss maestro Roger Federer admits that with Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal having shared the last 12 Grand Slam titles between them, it will be hard to prize a major title away from the duo. Federer also believes young players like Stefanos Tsitsipas and Daniil Medvedev can spring a surprise. The 38-year-old does not expect to be considered as favorite to win the title in Melbourne.
Both guys, when they're injury-free, they're always tough to beat. And I think the win of Tsitsipas at the World Tour Finals was a big one. I'm sure that was a huge step forward after he also already beat me here last year. He had a great run here. You know, there is obviously Medvedev who's had a great run. Shapovalov, I think, is a very exciting player as well. I also am aware that maybe at 38 I shouldn't be the favorite or the overwhelming favorite. It should be somebody else. It should be somebody probably in their 20s.
That's Game, Set and Match on Sports News, and back to Ijoma with the wrap.
With the wrap indeed. Thanks a lot, Charles. And the main news again. Some prominent Nigerians today continued the discussion of the country's post-Civil War experience in Lagos. Yoruba World Congress leader Banji Akintoye, Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, elder statesman Professor Anya Oanya, and political economist Professor Pat Otome asked citizens to learn from the ugly incident and prevent a repeat of that history. Also today, President Muhammadu Buhari signed the 2019 Finance Bill into law after its passage by the 9th National Assembly. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Onyato. Do have a good night.